Good evening. My name is Jacob Goldstein. I am working in part with the National Association of Charter Boat Operations, also known as NACO. I have 2 years experience in a training for a charter captain, as well as 5 years experience with professional deckhand services. And I would just like to come to say that I will be showing you 3 different opportunities for career choices in the realm of the fishing charter industry that may be interesting to you, or maybe something you just never knew about the industry in general. To start off, I would like to start with the sentence: most of the world is covered by water, but a fisherman's job is to simply pick out the best parts. And as a captain, it is my job to encourage adventure and bring image to the value of working for a private charter. We will be discussing how you can enjoy fun under the sun while still making a viable career option. And the 3 careers I will be discussing with you today are charter captains, deckhands, as well as boating engineers. This will include the information about the salaries they will be making, the qualifications for each position, life requirements based on work hours and other sacrifices needed for the job, as well as the growing market and the availability and location of these specific job points. Let's start with the charter captain. Your job as a captain, of course, is to guide passengers on a tour via waterways such as rivers and oceans, but also being very aware about the mechanics of your vessel. An average yearly salary made by a captain is $71,000 in the recent year, with the qualifications being a captain must have a USCG license and familiarity with local waterways, including sea life and potential hazards. Operator of inspected passenger vessels, or an OUPV license, known as a six-pack, because this is a six-limit passenger license. Although to carry more than 6 passengers, you will need to get the master's license. This will take roughly about 365 days to complete, but in this you can operate vessels up to 12 passengers, increasing revenue choices on your charter. Although that completion comes with a physical test, a drug test, as well as a CPR and first aid test to make sure that you are reliable and safety for your passengers. Captains usually work full-time, which is roughly 3 months on end, non-stop, but afterwards they take a 3-month break period in order to enjoy family life or go on vacation. Very irregular hours happen while on the sea based on waves and other conditions of weather, so this is very varied. There are currently an estimated about 40,000 ship captains in the world, but this market is expected to grow by 8.8% between 2016 and 2026 in South Florida. Now moving on to deckhands, these consist of throwing lines in the water with hooks, tying up anchors to shore, and general labor and housekeeping on the vessel. The average yearly salary of a basic deckhand is $50,000 a year, with the qualifications being in tune with requiring the ability to properly wear, use, maintain, and personalize representation, as well as safety features on the boat, as well as different protective equipments. CTDW basic safety courses and Engine 1 medical certification, which is a college course, this roughly leads them about a 5 to 16-hour workday, and normally getting a day off in the week, especially if those workers return home during the day. If you are based at sea, your work duration can go off several months, such as the captains, with the same availability for vacations with different months off and weeks off. Although the market is expected to grow by negative 2% between 2016 and 2028, this leaves a very valuable position for an open market for these positions. Now for the final career choice, the boating engineer. These people, these certified mechanics, they maintain the mechanical propulsion systems on the marine vessel, including the engines, the pumps, the boilers, the generators. Any electronical features on said boat is going to be properly taken care of by these engineers. Boat engineers must receive 2 U.S. Departmental of Homeland Security credentials, one being the Transportation Worker Identification Credential, or the TWIC, as well as the Transportation Security Administration, quote unquote, the Mechanicals Merchant's Credential, which is the MMC by the U.S. Coast Guard. These positions require a minimum of a bachelor's degree and a merchant marine academy, as well as an average engineer working 51 hours per week, which can be daily shift as well as being on 24-hour call. Although the job market is expected to grow 1% between 2019 and 2029, this requires the most specific qualifications for work but makes the most profit, as well as captains, although them holding the 8 most percent, the largest percent in growth of all of the positions, being pretty reasonable, as well as all positions having the benefit of being free out on the ocean in nature 24/7. Can you imagine your little cubicle in a standard work office, scanning the horizons with a blue, beautiful sunrise every morning, with the freedom of fresh air? And I hope that in this you consider that you can have a viable career without sitting behind a desk behind a computer 24/7 and enjoy life while making a sustainable living. And thank you so much for listening.